Mozambique is one of the new destinations for international tourism because of its great beauty. It's a coastal country with the warm waters of the Indian Ocean, 2,700 kilometers long, and it has sand and sea. It has beautiful archipelagos, pristine beaches, and in the hinterland it has national parks, game parks, hunting parks, and it's ready for visits by international visitors from all over the world, and the industry has been growing at a very fast pace. Mozambique is a big country, it's twice the size of California, and it is a long country, and it has subtropical climates, but it does have the challenge of climate change, especially with regard to cyclical floods and droughts. But we also have man-made disasters that represent major challenges to conservation, and those relate to poaching, wildlife trafficking. But the government is addressing those challenges head-on, and through legislation, through the judicial system, which also acts at the right time to make sure that those found in trafficking are taken to court and accountable to whatever they are doing. But that is certainly a regional and global challenge. So we also work with our partners, international partners, to make sure that we can fight the scourge of poaching in a concerted manner. The other challenges which are more natural is because the country is a coastal country, it has problems of soil erosion along the beaches. The coastal cities are in need of constant mapping and improving the conditions of those coastal cities. And we do have national programs to deal with that, and partnerships with our international cooperation partners. Mozambique looks at tourism as an income earner, a way of promoting the country through tourists that visit the country. But it also, the country looks at tourism as something that should benefit the communities of the country. And we want to make sure that as we develop tourism, we don't overuse the natural resources of the country. So ecotourism is essential in the development of the tourism industry in Mozambique. And we have plans, programs, strategies to develop ecotourism, to have community participation in tourism development, in cultural tourism, because tourists today look for more than just the beauty of the country. They want to know more about the communities, how they live, their past and their present, cultural practices, folklore, dances and music, and all of those things. For you to do that adequately, you need to involve the community, involve artists, involve historians, and we are trying to do just that in Mozambique as a new destination for tourism. We call it a fascinating destination. Mozambique has been growing at 7% per annum over the past 15 years, and is one of the fastest growing economies in Africa and in the world. Even if we consider that last year it didn't grow at that rate, but it still had a positive growth of 3.3%, which is good in any economy. We are starting from a very low base, so we need to sustain high levels of growth to bring the economy to a sustainable level. And the way we want to develop our economy is to make sure that we support agriculture, because that's where the majority of our people are. 70% of the people of Mozambique are in agriculture, and we want to make sure that they continue to practice agriculture in a sustainable way, in a productive way. So we make sure that they do have assistance, extension services that will allow them to produce for their own sustenance, but also sell whatever is in excess. We exploit and develop our resources responsibly, transparently. That's why we joined initiatives like the Transparency in Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, which allows us to build capacities to evaluate what we're doing and how we're doing it, so that we do it right to international standards, and also to make sure that the people of Mozambique benefit first and are aware of what is happening with the resources that belong to them and to future generations. The relations between the United States and Mozambique are excellent at political level and also development cooperation level. The President of Mozambique visited the United States last year, and the President had excellent meetings at the highest level possible here in government, with the Secretary of State, with the National Security Advisor at the White House, and a series of meetings with business people, Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Energy, and many others, which testifies to the fact that the political and economic relations between the two countries are good. The challenge is to build more on that in the business sector. And fortunately, the business sector is very much interested in Mozambique, not only because of natural gas, but also because of the potential that we have in all other sectors, including tourism, agriculture, agro-industries, agri-business, the whole value chain of natural gas, and industrial development, transport and communications. Because of the geostrategic location of Mozambique, we service the countries of the hinterland in southern Africa. The ports of Maputo, Beira, and Nacala service Zimbabwe, the northern part of South Africa, Swaziland, Zambia, Malawi. Those countries use our ports, railway lines and roads, pipelines to as gateway to the international global market. So we are making sure that we develop those capacities. We have PEPFAR since 2004. More than $300 million have been invested in health, supporting the health systems of Mozambique, and also reaching the people in need of antiretroviral treatment for HIV and AIDS, preventing mother-to-child transmission of HIV. We also have the Center for Disease Control working with USAID and the PEPFAR teams to help us deal with endemic diseases like tuberculosis, malaria. So the cooperation with the United States, it's an excellent one. We also have cooperation in the area of human rights, in the area of good governance, and democracy development. Democracy is never a finished product, so we collaborate to improve our systems of governance and political, corporate, and economic governance of the country. So we are excellent partners with the US, and we look forward to developing those relations even further. ICCF has been a great and strategic partner for the embassy and the government of Mozambique because it has brought cohesion and capacity building for our institutions, alerting the government to the different things that need to be looked at in terms of conservation. It has allowed us also to be in touch with senators, congressmen, and women who are interested in conservation. And since I've been here for 1.5 years, we have had delegations from the Assembly of the Republic, which is our parliament, bipartisan membership of the delegation, to discuss the best ways of dealing with conservation and mainstreaming conservation issues in the debates of parliament, but also in the governance of the entire country. And that has led to the establishment of the CAUCUS in Mozambique, and we are very proud of that. We believe that the CAUCUS will enable Parliament to look at conservation issues seriously and regularly, and also build capacities with the members of Parliament, and also inform them of the need to talk and look at these issues when they go to their respective constituencies. And we think the collaboration we have, the cooperation we have with the ICCF has huge wings to fly, and we want to work as an embassy to develop those and consolidate them and broaden them.